The classroom buzzes with noise as students settle in. Chairs scrape, voices overlap, and right in the middle of it, a red-haired student walks in casually. His eyes scan the room. Huh? Moonjin is... He frowns slightly. Not here yet? His gaze drifts toward an empty desk. Even when he was around, Moonjin wasn't exactly the best at studying, but he was never late to school. The thought lingers. Since I'm living in a time where cell phones aren't common, let's just wait for him. The classroom door slides open again. More students enter. The room fills with chatter. Then, the red-haired boy steps forward. His eyes lock onto someone. Hey, Moonjin. But he stops mid-sentence. Where were you? I was looking. He freezes. Your face is... Moonjin slowly turns. Bruises, cuts, bandages covering his face. Someone gasps. Moonjin, did you fight someone? Or did someone hit you? Moonjin lowers his head. Jinhyun. I am. He turns away quickly. Really sorry. Can you not talk to me anymore, please? He pauses. Sorry. Really sorry. But please just ignore me. The red-haired boy stands frozen. What? Something inside him snaps. He grabs Moonjin's arm. Hey! Moonjin flinches. Students turn to look, but before anything else, another voice cuts in. A blonde student lounges on a desk. Calm. Arrogant. Was it you? The red-haired boy steps forward. Was it what? Moonjin. Was it your doing? The blonde smirks. Well, he leans forward slightly. If it was me, then what are you going to do? Silence fills the room. The tension snaps tight. The red-haired boy's eyes burn with anger. You bastard.
The question hangs in the air. What am I going to do? Before anyone can react, he moves. Fast. A fist cuts through the air. Thud. The punch lands clean across the blonde boy's face. His body whips sideways, crashing into the desks. Silence. Then, a low chuckle. Huh? This? The blonde wipes the blood from his lip and smiles. The red-haired boy doesn't hesitate. He grabs him, pulls him up. You son of a bitch! Another punch. Smack. Why are you going after people weaker than you? His voice shakes, not from fear, but rage. And then, everything goes dark. I remember my hellish past. A broken body, curled on the floor, shaking. It was so painful. I contemplated suicide multiple times. Please stop this! A younger voice cries out. What did I ever do to you? Two silhouettes loom over him, cold, unfeeling. A smirk. It's just fun. Back to the present. The words echo. He said it was for fun, even when he put someone through hell like that. Something inside him snaps completely. Stop pretending to be hurt and follow me outside. Crazy bastard, follow you where? He turns, eyes burning. You mother... But before he can finish, wham! A sudden punch slams into his face from the side. Quack! He stumbles, vision shaking. You, Kim Shulwoo. Another voice, mocking. You fucking nerd. If you're a nerd, stay down like a nerd. Laughter, cruel, sharp. Who the hell do you think you are, you dumb bitch? The room closes in, surrounded, outnumbered. But his fists are still clenched.
The classroom turns tense, whispers spread. He might get hurt. Should we stop this fight or something? That's too one-sided. The red-haired boy lowers his head, breathing hard. What the? How long do you think you can hold on? He tightens his fist, his eyes sharpen. Then he moves. Thud! A clean uppercut explodes upward, snapping his opponent's head back. Kirk! What? Did I get hit? The bully stumbles, disoriented, but the red-haired boy doesn't stop. It's not over yet. A vein bulges on the bully's forehead. Wait, this midget thinks he can do something? His face twists with rage. I will kill you for real. He swings, a heavy punch tearing through the air, but the red-haired boy slips inside. Wham! A brutal counter lands first. Another hit. Crack! His fist slams straight into the bully's face. The room goes quiet. Students stare. Whoa, look at that. Kim Jinhyun actually beat Kim Chel-woo, the strongest in the whole grade. Jinhyun stands over him, bruised, bleeding, but unshaken. Hood, what the hell are you doing, you little shit? Jinhyun grabs him by the collar. This happened all because of you, and you're just gonna stay like that? Silence. Then, a name. Lee Sang-men. He pulls him closer, their foreheads almost touching. Apologize. To Hwang Moon-jin. Apologize to him, you twat. A pause. The entire room holds its breath. Hwang Moon-jin. The bully trembles.
Ha! I won't do it again. I am sorry. And just like that, the balance of power shifts. The room falls silent. Jinhyun stands tall, bruised, breathing heavily, but unshaken. He looks down at the blonde boy, eyes cold. Next time, I won't stop there. Remember that. The bully swallows hard. Fine. That was our bad, and we'll be more careful next time, okay? For the first time, he backs down. Jinhyun turns away. A quiet breath escapes his lips. I won. I won against Lee Sung-min and Kim Chul-woo, the ones who made my past a living hell. He looks at his trembling hands. I am no longer who I was before. Everything has changed completely. The tension breaks, and suddenly the classroom erupts. Jinhyun, you were amazing. That was so refreshing when you were beating the hell out of them. Lee Sung-min, he was a pain in the ass even back in junior high, but thanks to you, we feel better than ever. Jinhyun scratches his head awkwardly. Thanks, Jinhyun. Moonjin steps forward, and I am really sorry about what I said back there. Jinhyun smiles softly. That's okay, I understand. Looks like you're hurt all over, so go and take care of that first. Moonjin hesitates. So, Jinhyun, are we still friends? A brief pause, then, of course, when were we not friends? Moonjin's eyes well up. Thank you, man. Being friends with a halfling like me, I won't disappoint our friendship anymore. Jinhyun snucks. I get it, so can you let go? The moment feels light again, like everything is finally changing, but it wasn't over yet. The next day, a voice echoes through the hall. Kim Jin-yun, follow me right now. His homeroom teacher stands at the door, furious. If the teacher is this mad, it's probably because of Lee Sung-min. Behind him, Moonjin watches nervously. Because of me, Jin-yun is... Inside the office, the air turns heavy. What are you doing? I was going easy on you because you were good at studying, but now you cause trouble like this? Jinhyun lowers his head. I don't understand. But inside, a different voice echoes. I don't want to deal with this crap again. Just when things started to change, the consequences begin.
The office erupts with anger. You beat a classmate who was completely innocent. The teacher slams his finger forward. Are you some sort of a gangster that beat someone who had no intention to fight back? Jinhyun's eyes narrow, calm but burning underneath. The PTA must have heard of what happened. He speaks, steady, controlled. Moonjin was the one who got beaten by the other party, by Lee Sang-min and Kim Chul-woo. Why are you completely disregarding that fact? The teacher freezes, just for a moment. What was that? That's some boys just being boys. The words hit, but Jinhyun doesn't back down. They were beating Hwang Moonjin for the sake of fun. A flash, Moonjin on the ground, bruised, crying. When he was begging, they were excited and beat him even more. Silence, heavy, uncomfortable. That was a textbook definition of assault. But why are we not talking about that? A pause. Then, I just decided that I had to step in as a friend. His fists tighten. Because if I didn't do what I did, Moonjin would have been bullied even more by Lee Sang-min. The teacher slams the desk. You wouldn't be enough for you to be on the knees and you really... His voice trembles, not with authority, but pressure. Boy, you just don't know Lee Sang-min's family and what they can do. Jinhyun stares back, unflinching. Just what about his family makes you act like this, teacher? Be quiet. I can't tell you. The teacher looks away, defeated. The PTA is in complete chaos. They were pushing for you to be punished hard. A long pause. After the meeting between the principal and vice principal, they decided to expel you from the school. The words echo, like a hammer. Jinhyun's eyes widen. I am expelled? He steps forward, voice rising. Teacher, expelling me after just one fight is completely unreasonable. Then what kind of punishment is Lee Sang-min going to receive? A cold reply. He won't receive any. Silence. Then, a fist tightens. He hasn't gotten a single lecture, but I am expelled at once? I cannot accept this decision. If you are going to expel me, do the same for Lee Sang-min. The teacher doesn't even look at him. That won't do. And your punishment is already decided. Jinhyun's breathing sharpens. Teacher, what is Ilshin High School's policy on expulsion? His voice turns cold, precise.
A party who started a fight will receive an appropriate amount of volunteer work. And there's this policy. By attempting to bully or cause harm to another student on purpose, that student will be expelled or receive an appropriate punishment. He lifts his head, eyes burning with clarity. The one who should be expelled should be Lee Sang-min, not me. Truth against power. And in this place, power always tries to win. The one who should be expelled should be Lee Sang-min, not me. For a moment, silence fills the room. Then, the teacher explodes. You dare to lecture your teacher? How dare you talk back to me with that attitude? A finger points straight at Jin-hyun. Whatever you do, you are the one who is getting expelled. Jin-hyun's jaw tightens, but before he can respond, a voice cuts in. Please stop. The room freezes. The door creaks open. A figure steps in. Bruised, bandaged, but calm. Lee Sang-min? We can stop here, teacher. Even the teacher is shaken. Wait, Sang-min, what are you saying? Sang-min walks in slowly, hands in his pockets. As I was at fault here, we can just drop the issue. The teacher hesitates. But is that really fine? Sang-min shrugs lightly. Don't worry, since it's my fault, I should be the one getting expelled. Jin-hyun's eyes narrow. Something feels off. What are you saying? Sang-min smirks faintly. It's common for friends to bicker against each other. Jin-hyun's thoughts race. He came out of nowhere. What the hell is he up to? And just so you know, that was a simple bickering between friends, so you don't have to worry about this too much. The teacher exhales in relief. I understand. You can go back to your class. Just like that, it's over. But not really. Outside, Jin-hyun grabs Sang-min. Be honest, what are you up to? Sang-min glances back. About what? A faint smile forms. Jin-hyun's eyes sharpen. Why did you help me? A pause. Sang-min's smirk deepens. I wonder. At least not because I feel sorry for you, but I don't really know. He walks away, leaving nothing but questions behind. Jin-hyun watches him go. What was that? What is he thinking? That unpleasant bastard. Time passes. Just like that, uncomfortable but peaceful days have gone by, and the quarterly finals have come for my first year in high school. A quiet classroom, pens moving, pages turning. Ha! I guessed on everything. I think it was easier to guess, since I didn't know anything to begin with. A small laugh from beside him. Right? It was hard for me too. For now, it seems calm, but beneath the surface, something is still waiting.
The days pass. Quiet. Almost normal. You little... Are you trying to lie again? You're probably gonna rank first this time too. Jin-hyun sighs. It really is different from junior high. Not everything goes smoothly, just because I already lived this life. Then, the results are announced. The teacher slams the paper onto the board. Check your grades. Whoever drops below the average benchmark will have a hard time surviving from now on. Students rush forward, pushing, shouting. Jin-hyun walks slowly. His eyes scan the list. Class rank. Number 1, Kim Jin-hyun. Silence. Then, noise explodes. Ha-ha! See? Since you got first, spicy rice cake is your treat. Cuckoo. And a round of tteokbokki to celebrate. Jin-hyun sighs. But then, he feels it. A gaze. He turns. Lee Sang-min, standing quietly in the crowd, watching. Lee Sang-min? A pause. Congrats. And just like that, he walks past. Jin-hyun freezes. What? He said congrats. But why does it feel so uncomfortable? He really is a weird guy. Later, outside the school, Sang-min stands alone, silent, still. Kim Jin-hyun. His hand tightens. His expression twists. Not friendly, not calm, but something darker. How dare you? Humiliate me like this. His voice drops, cold. I will never forget this humiliation. Until the day I die. Narrator, low. Ominous. Victory always comes with a price, and this one is far from over.
Since I became rank 1 in high school too, things started to change. A quiet home. Warm light. Oh, my dear son, you are just as smart as me when I was young. Mother smiles brightly, happier than ever, but not everything is perfect. And Father was drinking whenever I got for his place. Father, you should drink less. Right. That night, Jin, hiccup. Jinhyun, you know. What is it, Father? Your mother and I only have you. A pause. Jinhyun smiles softly. The same goes for me. So you should drink less and not make me worry. But he already knows the future. Regardless, Father will pass away in 2 years due to stomach cancer. If he drinks excessively like this, he could hasten that process. Jinhyun clenches his fist. I believe it's about time. If I don't do this now, it could be too late. That night, Father, can you listen to my favor, please? My son, my sweet son, of course. A beat. Jinhyun hesitates. Never mind. I will tell you tomorrow. Please sleep well. Yes. The next day. Dear, how is your stomach? Warm food fills the table. Soup steaming. Side dishes neatly arranged. Why just did you drink so much? But Jinhyun, didn't you say you wanted to ask for a favor yesterday or something? Jinhyun freezes. Let's finish eating first. I will tell you after the meal. Is that so? The kid's making me nervous. After the meal, silence settles in. Father, take this. An envelope slides across the table. Is this money? There is a lot in here as well. The father's expression changes. Shock. Confusion. Jinhyun, where did you get this money? A son trying to change fate. But some actions come with consequences. And this is only the beginning.
Don't worry, I was saving for a while. Before I started high school, I saved up doing part-time jobs, newspaper delivery, and other work. A small room, 3 people sitting on the floor. But what about this money? Your allowance shouldn't be enough. You should take this instead. Jinhyun's eyes sharpen. Father, you assured me that you will do me a favor, yes? A pause. With this money, please do a checkup at a hospital. That's all, Father. Silence. But why a checkup so suddenly? Did something happen? Jinhyun looks away. It's nothing special. It's just almost everyone does gastroscopy nowadays. That wasn't the real reason. A memory flashes. A funeral. Flowers. Tears. 2 years later, my father would pass away due to terminal stomach cancer. Back to the present. Around now, there should be a tumor starting to spread in his stomach. If we catch it early, he can most likely survive. They can remove it through gastroscopy. A firm resolve. Father can survive. Back at the table, my dear, our son is so sweet, but what about your mother? Jinhyun smiles lightly. I'll save up more for you as well. Then, you will do a checkup, right, Father? A pause. It's fine. The envelope slides back. I don't have any reason to do a checkup. Silence. Father? Why? Son, that's obvious. Your father is still young. I don't have any specific pain, so I have no reason to do something like this. And also, I do not want to waste your hard-earned money on a trivial checkup. Jinhyun's eyes tremble. If it gets past the initial phase, it will be too late. Jinhyun, it's great that you are thinking of my health, but there really isn't any reason to do this. When the family restaurant gets better financially, I will do it. And you focus on your studies. Leave money-making to your father. Narrator, tight, tense. He won't budge. What should I do? He doesn't usually change his mind when he decides on something. A breath, teeth clenched. Then, Jinhyun speaks again. Father, you told me,
A man should never go back on his promises. The room freezes. Yes, that. Jinhyun steps forward, eyes burning with urgency. Since you have promised me, please do a checkup at the hospital. Narrator, low, gripping. A son, fighting fate, not with strength, but with words. And this time, he cannot afford to lose.
It's my only wish. A heartbeat. The father's eyes waver. Silence fills the room. Then, a small smile. I guess I can't ignore my son's word. I will do as you say. Jinyan's eyes widen. Relief floods in. Then I'll make an appointment at the hospital right away. But I will pay for it. I don't think I can waste your hard-earned money like this. Jinyan nods gently. Yes, I understand. If you wish for that, I'll accept it. He turns and walks out. You must be happy, dear, to have such a good son. Ahem, stupid brat. Told him I didn't need it. But despite the words, there's pride. That night, hello, is this OO hospital? Yes, a gastroscopy. 2 p.m.? When would the results be ready? Yes, understood. Click. A tight grip on the phone. Good, everything is ready. But what if it has already progressed too far? No, he should be okay right now. But he did drink quite heavily these days, so maybe the tumor did grow. Doubt, fear, uncertainty. The next day, Jinyan, it's late. Are you going to study more? The day of the gastroscopy. I hope your checkup goes well. Yes, don't worry too much. But Jinyan can't stay still. I want to go to the hospital with him, but I can't be absent from school. It must be early stage. It has to be. Jinyan, I'm taking your bread, okay? Jinyan? His mind is elsewhere. Early stage. Can be cured easily with stomach surgery. Then, it's already time. I am sorry, I have an emergency, so I will be off now. What? You? You should at least stay until the class assembly is finished. Too late. Jinyan runs. Faster, faster. Mom, what about father? He bursts inside. Oh my, you've surprised me. What about the results? A pause. Oh, that. Apparently, everything was good? Silence. Jinyan's breath stops. What? Everything was good? Then why does it feel so wrong? Yes, Jinhyun. They said I was completely fine. A quiet kitchen. Warm light. They just said I had some inflammation in the stomach, but otherwise I am okay. I think we just spent money on nothing. Silence. Jinyan's expression stiffens. Something's wrong. You don't look so good. What's wrong, Jinhyun? He lowers his head. Father, no. Thanks for doing the checkup. I will go home first. His parents exchange glances. Confused. Outside. Everything was fine, was it? His thoughts spiral. He'll die of terminal cancer in 2 years. There are only 2 possibilities. Either father's stomach really is fine, or the doctor who did the gastroscopy made a mistake. A pause. I need to find out what really happened. So he goes back. The hospital. How are you doing? If you came here to get a diagnosis, please make a reservation at the front desk first. Jinyan steps forward. Hello, I didn't come here for a checkup. I came to confirm Kim Sang-min-si's gastroscopy result as his guardian. Kim Sang-min-si? Yes, he must have done gastroscopy yesterday at 2 p.m. A smile. Calm. Too calm. But you are the guardian. The doctor personally told your father about the results, so don't worry. A hand pats his head lightly. This is because I look so young. I want to be older soon. Jinyan forces a smile. About that gastroscopy result, there is something I would like to discuss with the doctor, so I hope to speak with him. The nurse hesitates. The doctor should be busy. I will ask him, but be prepared to wait a bit. The phone rings. Hello? Yes, doctor? A guardian of Kim Sang-min-si, who had his gastroscopy yesterday, said he would like to talk to you.
A pause. What? Oh, I am busy right now, so just tell him whatever and send him away. Jinyan hears everything. Understood. The call ends. The doctor must be busy right now. There isn't anything wrong with the result, so you shouldn't worry. If you come again with your parents, we will explain everything in detail. Silence. Jinyan stands still. Narrator, low, chilling. They won't let him see the doctor. They won't explain anything. And that only makes things worse, because now it's no longer just doubt, it's suspicion.
I understand he must be busy, but there is a reason. I must talk to him right away. Jinhyun leans forward, eyes sharp, unwavering. Despite being young, as a guardian of the patient who received the diagnosis, I have a right to request to meet with the doctor. A pause. So please, tell the doctor one more time. The nurse hesitates. If that... She picks up the phone. Doctor? The guardian I mentioned earlier says he cannot leave until he talks to you. Silence. How bothersome. Have him come now then. Narrator, tense. Finally, the door opens. Doctor's office. Wait here, we will call for you soon. Jinhyun sits, still, focused. Then, guardian of Kim Song-min Si. He stands. Inside. What? He is just a student? Didn't you say he was the guardian? I am the son of Kim Song-min Si. The air tightens. According to your father's result, there was nothing that caught our eyes other than some inflammation. I explained to your father exactly what I saw. Jinhyun steps closer. What exactly kind of inflammation was it? The doctor answers calmly. What? It was chronic gastritis. I already mentioned this to your father as well. Jinhyun doesn't stop. Was it erosive or metaplastic? Were there any areas with possibility of early-stage cancer? Silence. What? The doctor frowns. Did he do a bunch of research before coming here? Anyone can just look things up these days. Still, he answers. It was a typical erosive gastritis with diffuse hypermic change caused in the antrum. Jinhyun's eyes narrow. What of body and postwall? What? The doctor hesitates. Well, that... A crack forms. Wait, did I take a careful look at that area? Jinhyun presses harder. Were there any cases of spontaneous bleeding at the gastric wall? There were none. Narrator, tight, pressing. The doubt grows. I am very sorry, but could I take a look at the pictures of the gastroscopy myself? The doctor snaps. The things you speak of don't exist. If that's the only thing you're worried about, get out. You're holding up other people's diagnosis. Jinhyun clenches his fists. Please, I'm worried about my father. I have to see the pictures. But, nurse, have the next patient come in. A hand grabs Jinhyun. The doctor has to tend to the next patient. Jinhyun's eyes flare. Medical Penalty Enforcement Act. The room freezes. According to Article 21, Clause 2, doctors must comply immediately in the case of a blood relative of the patient requesting for any medical history or data regarding the said patient. If you were to remove me forcefully right now, you will be penalized by breaking the medical law. Silence. Heavy. The doctor's face stiffens. Sweat forms. This? Fine. Have a look. Look at the pictures all you want. Narrator. Low. Gripping. He pushed through, not with strength, but with knowledge. And now, the truth is right in front of him. Come and take a look. The screen flickers. A reddish interior fills the monitor. This red area is the inflammation. There were no other issues, other than this inflammation in his stomach. The doctor speaks with certainty. Upper, central, lower. There really isn't any cancer. But something feels off. Jinhyun's eyes sharpen. A bead of sweat runs down his cheek. Wait, that picture just now. One more time. Show me picture 18. The doctor frowns. Picture 18? Here, look. Are you done? Please go. Jinhyun leans closer. Closer. Right here. What is this on picture 18? The doctor stiffens. What are you saying? A trembling finger rises, pointing. This. He found it. Isn't this stomach cancer? Silence. What? That's impossible. The doctor's voice cracks. Sweat forms instantly. That inflammation. Yes, that's a type of inflammation. Jinhyun doesn't move. Are you finally admitting it? His voice cuts through the room. This is a case of an atypical stomach wrinkle with weakened walls, and despite being hard to see, there is also a case of bleeding. A beat. This is type 2C stomach cancer. But you're calling this inflammation? The doctor trembles, eyes shaking. That is, So, he knows. But wait, just how do you know about all of this? Jinhyun turns away, calm, cold. Is that important? I am just a concerned high schooler. The doctor's mind spirals. No one would miss a large stomach cancer, but this kind, early stage cancer located in a place like that, it's extremely easy to miss, even for proficient doctors. His voice lowers, almost fearful. So, just how were you able to tell that it was cancer right away? Jinhyun exhales. Please give me the copies of the gastroscopy results. I will go to another hospital for treatment. Silence fills the room. I understand. A file is handed over. Here. Jinhyun takes it, turns, walks away. Hey, the doctor calls out weakly. I didn't miss it on purpose. I apologize. Jinhyun stops, but doesn't turn. I understand. Anyone can make a mistake. A pause. However, now, he looks back, eyes cold. You should perhaps refresh your medical knowledge for the sake of your patients and for yourself as well. The door closes. Damn it. Too late. The car comes to a stop. Mother, we are here. Sorry, I must have dozed off. You closed a little late yesterday, so you must be tired. Jinhyun smiles faintly. No, it's what we do every day. Father couldn't sleep much either. He grips the envelope tighter. Here, University Hospital of Korea. The destination. Father didn't believe that cancer cells were growing in his stomach. However, I didn't have the courage to tell him the sadness and despair that would be approaching him and our family in 2 years' time. He wouldn't believe the word of a high schooler anyway. So, I made a diagnosis reservation with the director of cancer treatment at the University Hospital of Korea, Professor Choi Dae-won. Time passes. The day of reservation approached quickly, and my family hurriedly made our way to the hospital. The parking lot is full, people rushing, lives intersecting. Jinhyun walks ahead, his parents following behind. His mother glances at him, worried. Don't worry too much, Mother. A warm smile. Right, thanks to you, we found the cancer in your father's stomach so early. Then, that? A red car catches his eye. A sports sedan from S-Brand. That's Lee Sang-min's car. His eyes narrow. He drove around a red sports sedan even as a high schooler. A flicker of suspicion. Maybe it's just a similar car. There is no reason for that prick to be here. Inside, we made a reservation under the name Kim Sang-min. Yes, Kim Sang-min Nim, we have your reservation here. They sit, waiting. There are lots of patients. The hospital hums with quiet urgency. Stretchers pass. Doctors move quickly. Reality sinks in. Jinhyun, it will be okay, right? Your father, it's cancer. Fear trembles in her mother's voice. Before Jinhyun can answer, you believe that quack doctor? It's not confirmed, so stop being so paranoid. His father speaks firmly. Put yourself in my shoes, and you will denial, fear, and truth about to collide.
Kim Sang-min Nim, please come to the doctor's office. His father stands. Now, let's get in. I'm telling you it's not much. The door slides open. Doctor's office. Welcome, Kim Sang-min Nim. A man stands inside, calm, refined. You were here due to a case of cancer found in your gastroscopy? Renowned stomach cancer specialist, Professor Che Dai-wan. Professor Che Dai-wan? A flicker of recognition crosses Jin-hyun's eyes. In my previous life, I received many lectures in Daehill Hospital. He was quite scary, but he was also young once. What a strange feeling. Yes, here is the CD containing the pictures of the gastroscopy and his medical history. And the student here is the son? Yes, doctor. I am the guardian. Guardian? The doctor sits, opens the file. The screen lights up. This is... How is it, doctor? He leans closer, eyes sharp, careful. By closely inspecting these pictures, a pause. It is indeed stomach cancer. Silence explodes. As I thought. What should we do, doctor? Is he going to die? There is no need to worry. It is curable. Really? Stomach cancer has an early and terminal stage. The terminal stage will end in death. A beat. But early stage cancer can be completely cured. The images appear again, clearer now. Your husband's cancer is in an early stage. Amongst early stages, after the treatment, over 90% will be cured. Relief hits. Smiles return. Tension melts. But the tumor looks extremely small, so there shouldn't have been any symptoms. How did you come to receive this gastroscopy? A question hangs in the air. The truth, about to be revealed.
Our son here was worried and forced him to do one. Otherwise, considering his personality, he would have never gotten one. Jinhyun rubs the back of his neck, a quiet, awkward smile. Your son saved your life. The words land heavily. What do you mean? It is possible to treat it completely, because we found it. A pause, longer this time. If you never did any gastroscopy, the professor's gaze sharpens. Within 1, at most 2 years, tumor cells would have grown to the point of no return. The father's expression stiffens, color drains from his face. Your son's consideration saved his father. His hands clench, trembling. And this kind of stomach cancer can be easily missed. I believe the doctor who was in charge of the gastroscopy was rather skilled. No. A firm voice cuts in. It wasn't done by the doctor, but was found by my son. The professor pauses, eyes shifting. Pardon? What do you mean? In the hospital, the doctor simply said it was inflammation, but this boy went back to check the images himself and found out it was cancer. Silence. Deep. Uncomfortable. How could he do something most doctors would... I see. A subtle glance towards Jinhyun. Not disbelief, but curiosity. She sure loves to brag about her son. A faint mutter, barely audible. Anyway, the tone changes, professional again. We have to proceed with treatment, but that's the difficult part. Treatment is possible, but the location of the tumor is a bit difficult. I believe we must remove the stomach itself. Shock explodes across their faces. Even though it's small, the whole stomach? Yes, considering the stomach's anatomy and the tumor's exact position, to ensure complete removal, we would need to remove the entire stomach. A crushing silence follows. Isn't that a major surgery? What about the side effects? There are some obvious ones. The monitor lights up again. The lesion appears, small but dangerously placed. It would be best to remove as little as possible, but it's located in such a difficult spot. Jinhyun stares at the screen,
unblinking, the image overlaps with memories, knowledge, experience, a different life, a different time. His eyes narrow, thinking, reconstructing, calculating, possibilities. "Excuse me, Professor?" The room shifts. Attention turns. "What is it, student?" Jinyan steps forward, steady, certain. "ESD," a pause. "No," he corrects himself. "Is it possible to perform a procedure using an endoscope to dissect and remove the affected mucosal layer instead of removing the entire stomach?" Silence. The professor freezes. The question echoes. Not like a guess, but like a proposal. Endoscopic submucosal dissection? His eyes widen. That's a technique. Advanced, precise. Not something a high schooler should even know, let alone suggest. The professor leans back slowly, studying Jinyan. "Who exactly are you?" Jinyan doesn't answer. He just looks at the screen, at the tumor, and speaks quietly. If it's confined to the mucosa and there's no lymph node involvement, then it should be possible. A beat. Without removing everything, the room goes completely still. For the first time, the professor isn't the one leading the discussion. He's listening.
Jin Hyun steadies his breath, hands clasped tight. "From what I have researched," he looks straight at the professor, no hesitation, "by using an endoscope to perform the treatment, there is no need to cut the stomach, and it wouldn't have as much side effects. I believe the surgery result would be almost as good as removing the majority of the stomach." Silence. The words hang, too precise, too confident. "That is true." The professor leans back slightly, thinking. "However, using an endoscope only works when the tumor is located in shallow areas. In the case of your father's gastroscopy picture, the tumor has spread to the stomach wrinkles, which means a high probability of tumor cells having penetrated further into the membrane." A pause. He wouldn't have understood any of it, so why am I even saying all this? The professor exhales, but Jin Hyun doesn't back down. "The wrinkles themselves are rather shallow, and the tumor is still very small." Everyone freezes. Jin Hyun steps forward, voice firmer now. "Thus, I believe the tumor did not penetrate further into the membrane. We should check the exact depth using the ultrasound function of an endoscope and attempt the treatment." A beat. "If it has penetrated too deep, we can attempt full removal afterwards." Silence. Heavy. Wait, how does a student have such specialized knowledge? All eyes lock on him. Jin Hyun scratches his head, avoiding their gaze. So I studied on my own before coming to the hospital. I'm sorry if I was being too critical." The professor watches him closely. "You studied on your own, you said." A thought crosses his mind. Such a decision in this situation cannot be learned from books. Those words just now would be something I'd expect from a downstage cancer treatment, not a high schooler. A pause. Long. Then a hand lands on Jin Hyun's head. "See, this boy takes after his mother with his brain. After he actually started studying, he got first place from last place in 1-2 months. Poof, I am telling you. That's not it. He takes after me. Father, mother, please." The tension breaks, just a little. The professor closes his eyes, thinking deeply. This is impossible, no matter how smart you are. A breath. "Well, anyway," he opens his eyes again, resolved. "By your son's suggestion, we will admit you to the hospital." Relief floods the room. "Thank you, Professor." Time passes. Everything moves quickly after that. Everything went well afterwards. After admission, checkups, preparations, careful monitoring, doctors gather, machines hum, and then, fortunately, since the tumor hasn't penetrated further into the stomach, he was able to receive the treatment without removing the entire stomach. Success. The father stands again, alive, recovering, smiles return. But outside, Operation Room 2, the tension hasn't completely faded. Jin Hyun and his mother sit quietly, waiting, hands clasped, hearts still racing, because even when things go right, the fear never fully disappears.
"Your father will be okay, right?" A small, hopeful voice. "Of course. Don't worry." Jinyan smiles. "But..." A drop of sweat runs down his cheek. Time passes, slowly, painfully slow. It's already been 2 hours. Tick, tock, tick, tock. The success rate is high, but since it's father, I am still uneasy. The doors remain closed. Then, footsteps. Professor Choi, what about Jinyan's father? Did it go well? A pause. A gentle smile forms. We were successful. You don't need to worry at all. Relief, instant, overwhelming. Ah, thank you, doctor. Thank you so much. They bowed deeply, grateful. And you? Jinyan looks up. Never mind. A hand lands softly on his shoulder. Ja? The tension melts away. Time passes again, but this time, calmer. Father's recovery went well, and he didn't encounter any problems. A hand rests on the bed, steady, alive. Are you all right, father? Are you uncomfortable anywhere? I am fine. Since I am almost recovered, you should stop coming to the hospital as well. Jinyan shakes his head. No, father. Even though it was better than cutting your stomach out, you still need to take care of your body until you make a full recovery. A small smile. And since I can study here as well, you don't have to worry about me at all. He leans back, relaxed. The father chuckles. Kid is stubborn. Takes after me. All right. The room feels lighter now. The door opens. Do you have any stomach pain? Ah, Professor Choi. I am fine. The professor nods, satisfied. The final ultrasound came out completely clean. As long as you receive routine checkups, you should be able to recover fully without a hitch. More relief, more smiles. Then, and you, Jinyan looks up. A quiet pause. Your idea for the treatment, was that really something you studied from a book? A sharp gaze, testing. Jinyan smiles faintly. A little awkward. Yes, that's right. But his eyes, say something else, something deeper, something not from this life.
Is he a genius who surpasses his age? The professor falls into deep thought, hand on his chin, eyes sharp yet uncertain. That's the only answer I can think of. Then he leans closer. Are you studying? Ah, I do remember hearing you were top of the class. Jinhyun freezes for a second, caught off guard. I am thinking of the University of Korea. A small, awkward smile, scratching the back of his head. That suits you. The professor's gaze deepens. What about your major? I am considering majoring in a medical field. Silence. Is that so? A hand suddenly lands on Jinhyun's shoulder, firm, decisive. If that's the case, you must come to the medical school of the University of Korea and become my student. Pardon? Jinhyun's eyes widen, his thoughts scatter. Why? Is it too much? No, not that. It's too much, it's just too sudden. The professor smiles faintly, certain. I believe you could become an outstanding doctor, one who can save others' lives. Those words hit deep. When you get admitted, come and find me right away. The professor turns, leaving behind more than just a suggestion. Become your student. Jinhyun clenches his notebook. A student of Professor Choi isn't just a simple teacher-student relationship. It means being personally trained in a highly specialized field. His father watches quietly. He seems to be a great professor, but do you not like it? Your father thinks becoming a doctor, saving people's lives, just like Professor Choi, rather suits you. Jinhyun looks away, thinking. That's good too, but I have another major in my mind. Ah, is that so? What major is it? Then, a sudden shift. Doctors, help me quickly. We have a problem with a critical patient. Footsteps thunder through the hall. Urgency fills the air. Yes, I will be there. White coats rush forward, without hesitation. A doctor who saves lives. A doctor who lives for others. Jinhyun watches, silently. The path which I had already sought in my previous life, before I came to a terrible end. A memory, heavy, unspoken. I want to live a different life, a quiet resolve.
So, I want to major in, a small smile forms, dermatology. Silence. Dermatology? Jinhyun clasps his hands together nervously, trying to explain, but also standing firm. This time, his life will follow a different path. Whew. Jinhyun stretches his back, a slight groan escaping. Studying with that weird posture hurts my back a lot. He rolls his shoulders, trying to ease the stiffness. Then, what? A sudden noise echoes through the hallway, sharp, violent. Is someone fighting in the hallway? Jinhyun slowly peeks around the corner, careful. What? Two figures, tense, facing each other. Lee Sang-min? His eyes narrow. At this hour? Something feels off. But who is that with him? He leans slightly, trying to get a better look. They seem to be serious. The air grows heavier. Are they related? Maybe his brother? Voices rise, harsh, aggressive. I can't really make out what he is saying, but they are quite fierce. Why are they doing that here, of all places? Then, a sudden movement. What? Thud. A punch lands, clean, brutal. The other guy staggers, body folding forward from the impact, teeth clenched, eyes burning with anger. What? What? The hallway fills with tension. One of them turns and walks away, cold, unbothered. What? A fight between brothers? What's going on? Jinhyun hesitates. No, I shouldn't nose into others' business. I'm a total stranger here. But I can't help wondering what happened. Later, silence returns. Jinhyun sits, notebook open, but his mind drifts. Time passes. Soon, father was discharged from the hospital without a problem. The mood is lighter now, brighter. As long as you go to the regular checkups, you shouldn't have any problems. The professor speaks calmly, confident. A new chapter begins. But somewhere, in that quiet hallway, something unresolved still lingers.
Jinhyun, I really have to thank you. His father's voice is soft, sincere. It's nothing, father. You just need to stay healthy. No hesitation, no pride, just quiet relief. Then, Jinhyun, what about your mom? Do you think your mom should get a checkup? Huh? Mother? A pause. Right. When I go to college, I'll make sure you get one after I get a part-time job. His mother smiles gently. It's okay. How could I use your money to do a checkup? It's the thought that counts. She pulls him into a hug. Warm. Comforting. Ha, yes. But inside, mother will be healthy for years to come. Jinhyun smiles quietly. Certain. Everything. Really changed. The past he once knew. The world I lived in doesn't exist anymore. That life is gone. This life. I will surely succeed. A voice calls out. Bright. Lively. Jinhyun, do you want anything for dinner today? He looks ahead. Eyes calm. No. I want to live a happy life. Time passes. After many tests and exams, the first semester finals was finally over. Ah, what a pain! A classmate groans loudly, stretching in exhaustion. Jinhyun, did you do well? Jinhyun glances over, relaxed. Well, it will be first place anyway. How do you always get rank 1 without breaking a sweat? A small smile, almost sheepishly. It was hard this time. I don't know either, but behind that answer, experience, effort, a second life's worth of determination, and a future he's steadily rewriting. The scene opens in a classroom. A cheerful boy leans over and pokes his red-haired friend's cheek. Hey, don't lie, you said the same thing last time. He leans in closer with a teasing smile. Try getting second place again, just for me. The red-haired boy stays calm, not reacting much. We'll see when the results come out. Then he glances sideways. But what about you? Did you do well? The cheerful boy scratches his head, smiling casually. Me? Well, I'm not really sure, but his expression says otherwise. A few days pass and summer break draws near. The teacher stands at the front of the classroom. Good work this semester. Keep studying even during vacation. He lifts a sheet of paper. I'll now announce your final rankings. The classroom immediately erupts into noise. I'm dead if I dropped again. Yes, I passed. No way, I actually went up. Quiet down. The teacher silences them, and soon the results are posted. Students rush toward the board, crowding around. I dropped again. I'm finished. I passed. Let's go. I jumped 10 ranks just like that. Then suddenly someone shouts, Kim Jin-yun, first place again. Everyone turns in surprise. Once again, the top spot hasn't changed. The cheerful boy casually leans on to his friend. So, what about you? He grins confidently. Don't be surprised. I got 23rd. The red-haired boy's eyes widen. Wait, seriously?
The boy raises a finger proudly. That's a jump of 20 ranks in 1 semester. He laughs like it's nothing. I'll catch up to you soon, just watch. The red-haired boy goes quiet. He did get first place, but something feels off. Only 0.6 points. That's all that separates them. Students gather around him, offering congratulations. Congrats on first place! Thanks. His voice is polite, but there's no excitement behind it. Behind him, Jin-hyun smiles brightly, completely genuine. That improvement is insane. How did you do it? The red-haired boy watches silently. For the first time, being number 1 doesn't feel like a clear victory, because now someone is catching up to him faster than he ever expected.
Aren't you being a bit too modest? He tilts his head slightly. The gap between first and second is huge. A sharp glance follows, like night and day. Jin-hyun freezes for a moment. Then his thoughts spill out. But you only study all day. You don't even play games. I couldn't do that. How is that even possible? The blonde student chuckles lightly. It's summer break soon. How about a little competition? An amused smirk. Oh, right. You only study. You probably don't even know how to play, do you? Jin-hyun stiffens, flustered. Jin-hyun wouldn't do something so immature. Another student steps in, placing a hand on the blonde guy's shoulder. Sungmin, if we go with this, it'll be boring. Let's split up instead. The blonde student smiles wider. Chill. Killing that rank 1 is our goal anyway. Jin-hyun mutters under his breath, frustrated. Great. I just made a huge mistake. He clenches his fist, raising his voice. Well, whatever. Have a nice vacation and enjoy your summer. You really just... But suddenly, a dark aura rises behind the red-haired boy. That trash internet cafe? I'll go. The blonde student pauses, surprised. Wait, seriously? You've never even touched a mouse before, right? The red-haired boy smiles, shadow covering his eyes. 1v1 or teams? Come at me however you want. A low, dangerous laugh. I'll crush you little punks. His eyes burn with intensity. With my own hands. The scene shifts to a dim internet cafe. Rows of computers glow in the dark, filled with players focused on their screens. The red-haired boy sits down quietly, looking around. How long has it been? He leans back slightly, eyes distant. I almost forgot what this place smells like. A faint smirk. Cigarettes. He stares at the monitor. If I had one right now, I'd feel older somehow. A classmate leans over his monitor, confused. You're just gonna sit there? Don't expect me to teach you everything. I don't have time for that. The red-haired boy clicks the mouse. Just start. Then calmly, StarCraft, right? What? The guy next to him freezes. This guy acts like he's done this before. A suspicious glance. No way. He's probably just pretending. A quiet thought lingers in the air. I'll crush you without mercy. The red-haired boy stays calm, eyes on the screen. The opponent grins. This is boring if we play normal, so how about a bet? Loser does whatever the winner says. A sharp look. Unless you're too scared. The red-haired boy doesn't hesitate. Fine, but don't cry later. From the side, Jin-hyun panics. What a dumb idea. You two are just students. Jin-hyun, you can't think like that. We'll lose if you treat this like a game. Jin-hyun leans closer, whispering urgently. I think Protoss would be better for beginners. They're easier to control. Just focus on making basic units. I'll try to hold them off. The red-haired boy shakes his head. It's fine. I'll go random. What? We're screwed. Across the room, the blonde student watches, bored. This is obvious. We'll win easily. This won't even be interesting. Back to the game, Jin-hyun is already overwhelmed. They're attacking. How am I supposed to defend 2 at once? His screen fills with chaos. It's over. I wanted to prove myself, but this game is ruthless. Then suddenly, why are we winning? On the other side, wait, why are we losing? Confusion spreads across both teams. The red-haired boy stares at the screen, focused. 9 o'clock. Go to Sungmin's base. Jin-hyun freezes. Wait, what? Right, got it. Everyone's expressions tighten, sweat forms, eyes locked on their screens. Something has changed, and no one can keep up. Huh? What? Jin-hyun's face turns red. Then suddenly, won? He jumps up, screaming in disbelief, grabbing onto the desk. We won? We actually won? Across from them. What the hell? Sweat drips down. This was just a warm-up. Another round. A sharp look from the red-haired boy. Calm. Unshaken. Fine. As many as you want. Jin-hyun turns, still shocked. Jin-hyun, when did you even learn to play StarCraft? A casual reply. I played a little in the past. A pause. A little? Jin-hyun stares at him. That's not what a little looks like. His eyes narrow slightly. A quiet thought.
Just how much experience does he have? The answer echoes silently. A little. Over 10 years. Memories flash. Failures, endless retries, late nights, using games just to escape reality. Back to the present. Looks like my skills haven't gotten rusty. His hands move rapidly across the keyboard. Arg! Clicks, commands, precision. My record back then? 3,500 wins. And 2 losses. A pause. This doesn't make sense. On the other side, we lost again? The red-haired boy smirks slightly. The bet. You're not backing out, right? Tension rises. Hey, Kim Jin-yin. A cold stare. Another round. Jin-yin hesitates for a second. Why are they so desperate? Did something happen to them? But then, fine, let's do it. The game starts again. What is this bass rotation? Arg! Faster, sharper, more aggressive. Looks like he really doesn't want to lose. A quiet confidence. But your luck is terrible. On the other side, ugh, we lost again? Frustration explodes. That bastard, he studies all day. How can he play like this? Is he living a second life or something? A quiet answer. Correct. The red-haired boy leans back slightly. Calm, certain. The bet. Don't forget it. A small grin. All right, so what do you want?
Sangmin suddenly stands up, his expression serious. Let's stop taking money from them. At least, from our classmates. A pause. Shock spreads across the room. His voice hardens. Who do you think we are? Getting involved in other people's business? There's a limit to what I can ignore. The atmosphere shifts. Fine, we can do that. He glances to the side. Chowu? That works, right? Huh? Wait, why? Sangmin leans closer, voice low. A bet is a bet, but bullying classmates like this isn't a good look. But Sangmin! A sharp glare cuts him off. Chowu? Just do as I say. This once. Silence. Jinhyun watches quietly. I hope he actually means that. Sangmin smirks slightly. Of course! You can trust me. The red-haired boy narrows his eyes. What's with that face? You don't trust me? A brief pause. He's serious. Sangmin shrugs slightly. Anyway, how about we make this more interesting, instead of just playing games like this? The red-haired boy frowns. What do you mean? A grin spreads. Let's play for real. A beat. Drinking? You know, alcohol. Jinhyun panics instantly. What? We're underage. Sangmin tilts his head. So? That's too much for you? A quiet thought passes. He really wants to win just once. Was he always this competitive? Sangmin continues casually. Guys like him shouldn't be drinking anyway. He'd probably pass out after one round. Let's just go by ourselves. A pause. Never mind. He looks back. You paying? The red-haired boy steps forward. You covering the drinks? Sangmin smirks. Oh, I prefer soja. Then adds with a teasing tone. Try not to pass out after one shot. That'd be troublesome. Jinhyun nervously whispers. Jinhyun? Drinking? We're underage. Let's just stay and play a few more games. But the red-haired boy is already walking ahead. Underage? I'll be fine. A quiet thought echoes. I'm mentally 45 years old. Do you have any idea how much I wanted to drink after getting a second life? He grins brightly. You can buy them, right? Jinhyun freezes. He's not listening at all.